Hi Andy, good morning one and all. This is again Dr. C.H. Kiran Kumar dealing you the machine learning part. Today we will discuss the last topic of the rule model chapter, that is first order rule learning. First order rule learning. So we have already seen the terminology of first order logic. See, let us again have a look at what is called first order logic terminology. Now, a statement that is either true or false. Either proposition means a statement that is either true or false, called as a proposition. Notation. We generally use A, B, P, Q. Notation. Compound proposition. What do you mean by compound proposition? Two or more propositions are combined by using logical connectivities called and, logical or, implication, etc. Notation. P and Q, A or B, A implies B, etc. This is called compound proposition. Compound proposition. What do you mean by predicate logic or first order logic? A predicate logic is one in which propositions are expressed in terms of predicates, variables, and quantifiers. See, a predicate logic is one in which propositions are expressed in terms of predicates, variables, and quantifiers. Right. What do you mean by predicate? Propositional variable is called predicate. P of x, this is called predicate. The value of this is true or false. X is X having pair of gills. X having pair of gills. True or false. P of x states that X having pair of gills. If P of x is true, that states X is having pair of gills. If P of x is false, that states X doesn't have the pair of gills. More example, many teeth and gills gives you short. See, if Y having many teeth and gill, then the length is 3m. T of x having many teeth, G of x having pair of gills, I of x having length 3. So T of x intersection G of x implies I of x. These are all the terminologies. Right. Quantifiers. What do you mean by for all? Universal quantifier for all. Existence, if there exists. Essential qualifier, right? The domain here is all creatures in C. For all x. Body part of x comma pair of gill is equal to implies fish of x. So body part of x comma pair of gill. దేనికైతే pair of gill ఉంటుందో, that is nothing but fish. So this is what these are all called terminology. So ఇంకా మాట్లాడుకుంటే body part of x comma pair of gill describing the objects that have pair of gills. Body part of dolphin 42 comma pair of y describing the body parts that have dolphin 42 has pair of. The following two terms are their unification and anti-unification. Body part of dolphin 42 comma pair of gill describing dolphin 42 is having a pair of gills. Body part of x comma pair of y describing the objects that have a pair of unspecified body parts. Pair of unspecified body parts. This is the terminology. Let us see now first order learning. The first order logic are based on logic programming language called as Prolog. We are going to Prolog. And learning first order rules is often called as inductive logic programming, ILP. Inductive logic programming. inductive logic programming. See, prologue, we use prologue, and first order rule learning is called prologue. And the learning of first order rules is often called as inductive logic programming, ILP. Logically speaking, prologue rules are horn clauses with a single literal in the head. We encountered horn, right? We already encountered horn clauses, right? Right. Prologue notation is slightly different from first order logic notation. See here, we use, this is first order. Body part of x comma pair of gill, that is x consisting of pair of gill, implies it is fish. Implies it is fish. Here, what is the meaning of this? For all x comma pair of gill, ఏ x కైతే pair of gill ఉంటదో దానిని fish అంటారు. But in prologue, we write this as fish of x is to body part of x comma pair of gill. Fish of x is defined as body part of x comma pair of gill. This is the definition, the difference between prologue and, let us see some more differences between prologue and first order logic. Rules are written back to front in the form of head, if, body, passion. Head, if, body. See, if head, if H, then B. Variables start from with a capital letter and capital letter, constants, predicates, and function symbols. Function symbols are called functors. Functors, not functions, my dear friends. Functors. 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 F-U-N-C-T-O-R-S. Functors. Don't get confused. Functors. And all function symbols starts with lowercase, whereas constants and predicates starts with capital letter. Variables, that is constants or predicates, starts with capital letter, and functors start with lowercase letter. Variables are implicitly universally quantified. Universally quantified. Let us see what is the meaning. With regard to the third point, it is worth pointing out the difference between variables occurring in both head and body and variables occurring in the body only. Consider the following prologue. Some animal X implies body part of X comma pair of Y. We don't know what is Y. See, pair of Y unnadi X unte, that is called some animal. Pair of Y unte, that is called some animal. There are two equivalent ways for writing this rule in first order logic. For all x and y, body part of x comma pair of y gives rise to some animal of x. Or for all x, there exists y, body part of x comma pair of y gives rise to some animal. So, but first order logical reads for all x and y. See, crucially, right, variables occurring in the body but not in the head of prologue clauses are called local variables. Local variables occurring in the body but not in the head of the prologue clause are called local variables, and they are the source of much additional complexity in learning first order rules over propositional rules. This is first order logic. This is what prologue is. Prologue. So this is the end of this chapter, my dear friends. Right? Let us just review what are all learned in this particular chapter. Let us see this. Oh, right. In this whole chapter, we learn what is called first learning ordered rule list. ordered rule list. We learn in this algorithm learn rule list or covering algorithm. Learn rule. Another algorithm is learn rule. Learn rule list, and this is, hope you might be might remember, this is just add, remove. Find a rule, get a best literal, add it, and remove from the set. As simple as this. Both these two are very simple algorithms, but very easy. And how ranking estimation, ROC curve, ROC, and AUC, area under curve. What is that? All right. What is learning unordered rule sets? Class nunchi find the class first and then find the rules. So that is called unordered rules. In this, we learn what is called learn rule set algorithm. Learn rule set algorithm. In this, we also learn rule for a class. So this is what we learned in ordered rule list and unordered rule list. And in the process, rule set for ranking, in this, we also talked about what is called a rule tree. If features, all features are made as branches for rule tree, that is called features are made as branches, then such tree is called rule tree. Now, rule learning for subgroup, and also similar. Subgroup means subgroup. So similar. And then we have already covered what is called, we learned algorithm called as weighted covering algorithm. And then we talked about association rule mining, unsupervised method, frequent item sets. So we talked about what is called frequent item sets, an algorithm called as frequent item sets using breadth first search. And after that, we talked about closed item sets. Closed item set, my dear friends, closed item set. And after that, how to build association rules by using frequent item sets. Now, building of association rules, and for that we have learned an algorithm called as association rules algorithm. So, and after that we learned what is called first order learning, and we introduced what is called prologue. This is what the total chapter is. Hope you understood, my dear friends. Thank you.